All right. Well, waiting, waiting, drive. So, yeah. Getting ready to take the cylinder head off of this 1962 Chevy Corvair ramp side engine that's locked up. And that way we can see if it's savable or if it's garbage. If it's garbage, we'll just save all the accessories and heads and things like that. Well, it is live right now. Yes. Can you hear me okay? This is really just a microphone test because last time I used the microphone on the laptop and it didn't work so well. So let me know if you can hear this okay. If you can't hear this okay, then it's a failure and we'll end it. But if you can hear me, I'll just keep taking stuff apart. Sound is decent. Picture's blurry. I think Bigfoot's blurry. I don't think that head bolt is supposed to come out like that. I'm pretty sure that the nut is supposed to come off of this, and it didn't. That's fun. Give me my socket back. There we go. That's it. It's loose anyways. It doesn't really matter, I guess. Picture's blurry. I bet I got smuts on the camera. Hold on. There you go. Professional cleaning. Hopefully that helped. If not, then I guess I'm just blurry today. It's also sort of a stretch to get the Wi-Fi out here from the house. Maybe that's part of it. I don't know. It's really just worried about the microphone today. Who we have so far? Dowdy. Hey, Dowdy. Thanks for showing up and testing the microphone with me. Was a signal issue? Picture's clear now. Oh. So either the box of shop towels cleared up my Wi-Fi or it cleared up the camera. Either way, does it make this engine look like it fits in a Jeep? Probably not. Oh, come on now. I don't know why things sit for 20, 30 years. The bolts are hard to get off. It's the weirdest thing. I really wish I had a table that I could put this on instead of having it on the floor. Oh well. I'm sure my lower back won't mind in a couple weeks. Oh, come on. Great. 2 to go on top. Oh, what's everybody else getting into tonight besides watching me test a microphone? Hey, what's going on, Diecast? Helping the algorithm. I'm doing okay. It's frustrating. I have a Corvair ramp side that came with 2 engines, both of which are seized. So that's nice. I had you at Jeep. Stick around a while longer? Okay, good. I'll just keep saying Jeep every few minutes. That should help. But currently, it's not a Jeep. It's a Corvair ramp side pickup truck. Down the road, another Jeep? Probably. I usually end up back at Jeep at some point. I do want another flat fender, but I haven't had a 3B. I've had a 3A, which is basically the same thing as a 2A. But I kind of want one of the high hood Jeep CJ3Bs. I think that'd be kind of cool. Why are all the studs are coming out? Okay, well, whatever. It's coming apart anyways. See, the problem is that this thing was covered with mouse house, so everything is corroded together. It's fantastic. Yeah. Oh, come on. Get up there. I think I'm just going to end up snapping this one. It feels like it's going to snap. Yeah, it'll be fine. No, it's just going to take the stud with it again. Okay, well, whatever. Oh, more comments. Gov Planet browsing. Ooh, that's a good idea, Dowdy. You need one of those military ATVs for the property, for the Kudu Ridge. That's what you need. Or a big generator. Get a big diesel generator. That'd be cool. Oh, what else we got? Yes, the Corvair truck. I do have the Corvair truck. It is incredibly cool, however, incredibly rusty and currently incredibly broken. I did a short earlier today. I dropped the engine out along with the differential and transmission, I guess. Transaxle transmission, whatever you want to call it. It all came out in one piece. There's only like 5 bolts that hold the whole thing in. It's a wonder it doesn't fall out on its own. Oy. This is only the second live I've done, maybe third, depending on what happened earlier when I tried to do a live. I'm not sure what happened with that. So this is either number 2 or 3. I've never said this before, but hit the like button. Yeah, look at that. I did that in a live. I've seen the big YouTube channels do it. Oh my goodness, come on. Well, the nut started to come off, but now it's taking the stud with it, just like on all the others. That's going to make getting the cylinder head off really interesting. By interesting, I mean it's going to make it a real pain. Giant pain. In the chat, what do you got? Everything I've seen so far is totally beat to hell. That is correct. Yes, it is. That's the price I usually go for, though. I mean, if I bought nice, what would I have to work on? I've never had a Corvair before. I figured I better buy one. So I bought one, all right. Yeah. On the upside, it does have a good title. Is that 5/8? Oh, come on. Where's my 5/8? There it is. That is 5/8. Okay, sure. Why not? One thing I did learn on this Corvair engine, based off the one I took apart the other day. Hold on, I'll show you. On the cylinder head, you've got one row of head bolts up top. If I can show you without killing myself. Right here, this is one row of head bolts straight down here next to the intake manifold. The second set of head bolts is actually studs that are underneath the rocker arms. You have to take all the rocker arms off and then take the studs off, and that's your other head bolts. Interesting. Pain in the butt and interesting. Also, on that other engine, only one of the 2 cylinder heads is worth saving. So I'm hoping I can get one of these 2, and then I'll have a whole set of cylinder heads, since they're identical side to side, just like any Chevy small block or anything else, except a 4-cylinder, because that has 1 cylinder head. Any V6 or V8 from Chevy, they're pretty much identical. So that's good. We got that going for us, which is nice. Muscle Car Solutions. I nailed the audio. Well, what I did is, I have a lapel mic, and I forgot that I had a lapel mic. So I charged it, and what do you know? It worked. Technology, am I right? On the upside, this Corvair engine teardown is going much faster than the last one because I have half an idea what I'm doing now. I'm going to say half an idea because there's probably a quicker way to do this, but I don't know that way, so I'm doing the way that I did it last time. Also, coffee is a must. It's like people antifreeze. Probably better if you could see what I'm doing instead of just my face. Nobody needs to see my face. Not even me. Oh, come on now. On the upside, I don't know that this engine's been apart very much. Um, I haven't found any weird mismatched bolts, so I think this was just a high mileage put up, put away, and then ruined. Ruined from sitting. It happens. Happens if I sit too much. I get ruined. So once we get all these off, then we'll be able to take the cylinder head off, hopefully. Oh, come on now. There we go. That's in the way. And like I was saying earlier, I have a bench for this kind of thing, but this kind of thing doesn't really lend itself to lifting with one person. So I'm stuck doing this on cardboard on the floor. Yeah, is what it is. I don't want to sit on my floor though because it's filthy. Because I pulled this engine out of the Corvair ramp truck and I didn't clean the floor yet. There is oil and ATF and fluids everywhere. Good thing I'm not a smoker. Although if I sit in here long enough, I'll probably get a contact buzz just from the fumes. There's some caustic stuff I put in this engine trying to get it to work free, and it didn't work. Sounding good, Real World Garage. Thank you, Real World Garage, for showing up. Thank you for letting me know the audio is still working. Had a horrible time with it last time, so I'm glad it's better. And for those of you just joining, this is not a Volkswagen. This is a Corvair engine. Yeah, well, it's not really a Corvair engine anymore. It's the shape of a Corvair engine. It's a whole bunch of seized aluminum and steel. Probably some cast iron too. And I am stripping it down to see what I can save because I don't think it's going to rotate. I've already got a couple different engines I can go get, but I figured I don't know what accessories those engines are going to have, so I'll rip everything off, filter housings, starter, which I have a good starter, couple of oil coolers, good ignition coils, plugs, wires, cap, rotor, distributors, all the fun things, bell housings, just in case I get different ones. I now have two differentials. I think they're both okay. One transmission, one exhaust that's got like a bullet muffler on it. Look at that thing, bullet muffler. This thing will probably sound really rowdy at all 90 or 80 horsepower, whatever it is. Who knows? Kids these days with their bullet mufflers. Prop me up and keep me company. Yeah, that's for sure. I still have to work later tonight, so this is sort of like a. I wanted to test it, make sure that this microphone would work, and it does. And I might as well just finish taking the cylinder head off. Hopefully, maybe. All right. I want to say that's 3/4 or 11/16, something like that. What is that size? Well, that's metric, so it's not that. Where did I put that? Is it that one? It's that one. Uh-huh. So it is a 21. What's this? It's metric anyways. Well, I can't find my standard of whatever 21 is. Anybody know the conversion on that? I think it's 25.4 millimeters per inch. So if it's a 21 millimeter, it'd be like 3/4, 13/16, something like that. I don't really know. It doesn't really matter either. If it fits, it ships. I would bring you down here to see these studs, but I'll show you one as soon as I pull them off. Because if I move the laptop right now, it's going to be all greasy, and then maybe the screen will be blurry again. And ain't nobody got time for that. All right, so this right here is the rocker stud, and it's also the bottom row of head bolts. Yeah, it's not actually a head bolt; it's like a head sleeve, I guess. I don't know. It's an internally threaded bolt with a stud on the end for the rocker arm. Strangest thing, but it works apparently. Well, when the engine's not seized, it works. When the engine's seized, it doesn't work. You have the engine seized, I guess. Come on now. These also all have push rod separators underneath the studs. So it goes push rod separator, then your head bolt, and then your rocker arm. Like that. Actually, like that. Huh? Yeah, sure. All right. I might as well pull all these rocker arms out before I forget. What do we have in the chat now? Hey, what's going on, Ryan? Rackstraw or Rakestraw? I'm going to go with Rakestraw. This is out of the Corvair Rampside truck. That is correct. It's not out of the F-150, unless it was out of the bed of the F-150, but it was not in the bed of the F-150. Or the Ram 50, for that matter. I have too many trucks at this point. I have 3, and none of them have interchangeable parts. Not even the wheels and tires. Huh. Okay, well, now you can see how this lower head bolt attaches to the head stud that shouldn't have come out of there. But it did. Why not? Everything else is going wrong with this engine. Lower back seizing. There we go. I have to get into a position that's just uncomfortable enough that I can still stand to do this without my back actually locking up. And then I need to remind myself to go buy a transmission jack or a cable so I can have this up about yay high instead of floor high. 2 to go, and then we should be able to get this head off here. Plan is to smash it with a hammer to take it off, which is not the best plan, but it did work last time. Factory bungee cord. Who knew? Jim's Fastback Garage, what's going on? Oh, how is everybody doing tonight? I'm doing better because, well, I figured out that I have a microphone I can use for this, so I can do lives. Not that I want to do a lot of lives, but I figure I better start. All the cool kids are doing them. One of these days, I'll have a fancy setup like Muscle Car Solutions with good lighting, and I'll know what I'm talking about. Things like that, Currently, I have to go with poor lighting, engine on floor, and babbling. So that's what you're going to get. All right. There is one head bolt left. Whew. I'll take a break to look at the chat. What's wrong with the engine? Well, it's seized. That's the biggest problem with it. So my plan is the second one. I've already got the one that I took apart the other day soaking right here. I'm trying to get it freed up. Even if I do, though, only one of the cylinder heads is good, and it's the one that's sitting right over there. That one's good. So the plan is to take this one apart, and if I can get this one down to bare block, I'll tip it vertically, fill the cylinders up with fun things, and see if I can get it freed up. Then I'll have my choice of which engine to mess with. If neither one of them goes free, then I already know 2 or 3 different places I can get a Corvair engine that does still rotate by hand, even though that may have to come apart and get rebuilt. It's better than seized. So we may go from there, but I'm going to get a pile of parts out of both of this. They both have good tin. I've got 2 good gearboxes. They are both manual transmission, which is fantastic because that's what I have. So the gearboxes and differentials are fine. 1 good 4-speed transmission, 1 good starter, 2 good distributors, 2 good oil coolers. I have a pile of parts, just I don't have the actual engine. It's like I went to a Jegs catalog for 60-year-old parts and forgot to order the engine block. I briefly looked into switching this ramp side truck into a different engine. Um, that seems like a lot more work than I'm willing to do on this truck. This truck is not worth a lot. It's fairly rusted. I'm going to have to do some rust repair while the engine's out. It's probably not going to be on most of the body that's visible. A lot of it's underside. The frame rails are pretty good. There's one hole I do have to patch. But I really just want to get this going for as cheap as possible because I've always wanted one, but I have not wanted to dump a whole bunch of money into one. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to get it up, get it running, and play with it for a little while, then get rid of it. That way I can get another project vehicle that I'll have some fun with for a few months and then get rid of because I don't have the space, the time, or the money for dozens of project cars. I have space and time for about 2. And currently, I'm counting the Corvette and the F-150 as one combined because neither one of them really needs anything. So the ramp side is number 2. Really, it's 3. Shh. I've got much more interesting topic on the oddball engine. Well, I don't know about interesting. Rusty. Is tetanus interesting? It can be. Well, Jim, I was looking into in the forums. People had said there were several front-wheel drive cars that you could keep the engine transverse and run it. I think some 80s and 90s Hondas and Toyotas you could do it with. Possibly some earlier GM stuff that was carbureted with like a 2.5. But then all that stuff is going to be too tall, and I'm not going to have that floor the way it is, and it's not going to be a performance thing. So why would I want to lose the whole look of it when I can just, go back to another Corvair engine? I'm not saying that I definitely won't swap it out for something else. If I find somebody who says, "Oh, it's practically drop-in," I might look at it. I don't know. We'll see. Nathan's Mopar Garage, what's going on? The block itself isn't rusty because that's aluminum. It's just corroded. But yeah, everything else has mouse P and is rusty. Yep. Okay, I've got all the head bolts off. I don't know if there's anything else attached to this head right now other than the exhaust manifold. Let's tap it and see if we can get it to move. Probably a bad idea. Not moving right now. Have I gotten everything off of there? I believe I have. I don't think I need this PCV valve crossover right now. We'll move that. This ground wire is also not doing me much good. Hope I don't get shocked now. I just removed the ground. I don't think the battery's hooked up. What am I attached to still here? Oh, you know what? The exhaust manifold. Yeah, down at the bottom is still attached. Well, that'll be fun to do. What else are we on? Nothing. That's it. Just exhaust manifold. Okay. Ooh, that's disgusting. Ugh. All right. I'll just put some of that in my coffee. Sticking a GM front wheel drive engine and transmission in there. Yeah, there's been some that I think 3100 or 3800s. People have done those, or at least alleged to have done them. But again, I think I might lose the flatness of the truck bed in the back. I mean, it's not flat all the way around. That is not moving. That's not here, you guys. I don't want to hit it with a hard sledgehammer because I just end up, running into the fins. Come on now. I can't tell if that's bending that or if it's moving. It's hard to say. That does not appear to be moving. Alrighty then. Well, we'll leave that for later, and we'll work on something else. Yeah. I guess I could probably try to take the balancer off the front. Well, not the balancer so much as the crank pulley. Where did I put my 3/4 inch wrench? Pontiac all aluminum small V8 was an option in the Corvair. The 215 V8 was an option? Was that in like the Yanko or the Spiders or something? Not a factory option, well, obviously, but yeah, I think I have seen an article about that. The all aluminum because it kept the weight down, and it was a 215 V8, and this is a I forget how many cubic inches V6. Well, V6. I guess if you straighten out a V and make it a line, it's a V6, but it's an H6 technically. It's like a Subaru, and I've seen people claim to do Subaru swaps with these, but you have to use a Porsche transmission because the Porsche transmission is not all-wheel drive. Something, something like that. Something strange. What are we taking off now? I have lost my place. What is that? Half inch? Yeah, it is. Oil cooler. What's left of it? Um, would need weight in the front. Probably yes. There's also several people that say that you can put like a small inline four in front where the gas tank is, and move the gas tank, and then do uh, like a similar sort of live axle, almost Corvette style rear axle. And again, that runs into lots of money, which I'm not willing to spend on this. This is, as most of my stuff is, low dollar. Is I wanted a Corvair truck. Now I have one, and it's going to be cheap, just like me. Is there another bolt? Yes, there is. It was hiding under an acorn. Alrighty then. There we go. This is like the 90-degree adapter that gets you from block to oil cooler. That's what I'm taking off right now. 3.8 supercharge would be great. It would if that would not kill you, probably. Well, kill me. You wouldn't be driving it. I would at that point. So you wouldn't be involved in that. Alrighty. Well, that cylinder head is very mouse pea stuck. I'm imagining the mice did some corrosion-y things with their peepees. Yeah. I'm gonna have to get some carb, or not carb spray, but PB, blaster, free all, other things, just to be able to get this cylinder head off, probably. So, where does that leave us? Well, it doesn't leave us with a whole lot right now. All right. Well, we're about 28 minutes in. I was going to do this about a half hour, which sounds about right. We're 28 minutes in. But if you guys like this live stream, I don't know what is a good day to do it. I don't want to step on anybody else's toes with live streams, but it would always be probably 7, 8 o'clock at night when I do it, Eastern Standard, whatever that is, and the others. I think they're all minuses. But let me know if you have any preference in the comments for what time I should do live streams, or what day of the week I should do live streams. Like I said, I don't want to steal anybody else's thunder or step on anybody's toes with their live streams. So I am as far as I can go with this right now. I've got to get cleaned up and go to work, and I need to go buy PB blaster, free all, and probably some holy water for this thing. All right. Well, let me know what you want to do in the comments as far as future live streams, and I'll see you guys next time. End stream.